Hello, my name is Maggie Hos-McGrane and I'm the Director of Educational Technology at the American School of Bombay in India. I've been teaching internationally for many, many years. My first international job was in 1989 and I was teaching at the International School of Amsterdam. And while I was there, I managed to teach in the high school, the middle school and the elementary school. And it was really when I was working in Amsterdam that I came to understand the importance of building a professional learning community. And I've continued to build that community in every school that I've gone to. In Amsterdam, I started off just with the community being members of my own school. When I moved to Bangkok after that, the community spread, so it included teachers in other international schools. And then beyond that, when I moved back to Europe again, I realized how important it was to connect with people using social media. And my professional learning community grew immensely. They were the people that I communicated with every single day, and they were the people who helped me eventually to move on and find another job where I am now, which is in India. When I first started teaching, of course, there was no such job as a technology teacher. So lots of people ask me how I changed and became a technology teacher. And I guess it was just that I was given the most amazing opportunity to learn about technology from students that I taught who helped me to learn more. And then the school I was working in Amsterdam gave me the opportunity to then become a technology teacher. And one of the things that was really fundamental for me in changing the way that technology was taught in Amsterdam was that one summer I did a Harvard Project Zero course, and I came back and I decided I wanted to do some action research, and I wanted to give up teaching each class for one lesson a week. I wanted to come up with a more flexible schedule, and so luckily there were teachers in every grade level that were prepared to try this out with me. And we really started our own little community where we were involved in action research to find out how we could best support students. We felt that it wasn't the most appropriate thing to have the students coming one lesson a week because time was then the driving factor as to how we use technology. And what we really wanted to do was focus on student needs. So I think that one of the most important things that happened to me in Amsterdam was building up a community of like-minded teachers who are able to support the use of technology on a much more flexible schedule than it had been taught before. When I left Amsterdam, I moved to the new International School of Thailand in Bangkok. And one of the things that I felt was really important was to empower teachers to use technology themselves rather than relying on the fact that there was going to be a tech teacher who was going to be teaching their class. And so the way that we started to do this was that each year the students did 6 PYP units of inquiry, and in year 1 we decided that the teachers would be responsible for teaching the technology for one of those units with me supporting them. And then the following year they were able to do 2 units with me supporting them, and I would then teach the other 4, and so on. So that by the time I left, really, many of the teachers felt really, really empowered to use the technology all the time, and they didn't need an awful lot of help from me. So I really felt at that point we had shifted technology forward a long way. And for me personally, one of the most important things that happened through working in Bangkok was that I networked with lots and lots of teachers in other Bangkok schools. And we started to use Twitter and we started to use Nings. And when I left Bangkok and I eventually moved to Switzerland, it was these connections that really, really sustained me and kept me going. And these were the people who I collaborated with on a daily basis. I shared some of the things that I was doing, and I got really great ideas from them that helped me improve myself as a teacher. In both Amsterdam and in Bangkok, the teachers that had formed part of my professional learning network were people that I knew in person from my school and from surrounding schools. When I moved to Switzerland, I started to network with people that I'd never met in person. And one of the most important things that helped me to do that was being accepted to the Google Teacher Academy and becoming part of that community. And this is a really, really vibrant community. Every single day I'm interacting with people there. Another really, really important thing that happened to me when I moved to Switzerland was that I started blogging. And I became part of a blogging alliance that was set up by a Kelly Tenkerley, which again meant that I was interacting with about 50 different startup bloggers. And some of these people have truly ended up as being my best friends. Again, some of them I've never met, but they're the go-to people that if ever I have a question about education, I know that these are the people that are going to give me the best advice and the best answers. Since I've left Switzerland, I've moved back to Asia, to India, and I'm now in the most amazing school, truly the best school I've ever worked in. And every single day I'm back working with people again that are pushing me, pushing my thinking, encouraging me, and so on. And so the online community is still really, really, really important, but I find I'm building up again more of a community of people that I actually work with. I feel that my professional learning is very much encouraged and supportive, and yet I'm not dependent on living in India and where I am in the world. Again, every single day, people around the world are connecting with me through various online forums. Twitter is a great one that I use to connect. The Google community, again, is another one. And I find that what I've experienced being a connected learner is something that has moved my career and my teaching forward in ways that I could never, ever have imagined. If anyone was to ask me what's the best thing I've ever done in my life, I would say the best thing is to become an international teacher. And the second best thing, having become an international teacher, is to connect with other teachers that are doing a fabulous job all around the world.